What's going on, Attack Squad? It's your boy Roman, aka Mr. Enemy 343, and today I want to make a mix between a logical deduction and a rant. Now you might be asking yourself, Mr. A, we're talking about exactly? Well, to answer this, my fine fellow viewers, I'm talking about an absolute clown show known as politics. Oh, and this is why I seriously disdain politics, okay? Straight up. I don't talk about it on my channel. I dread the sight of it, but this really needs to get out of my system and off of my chest. And let me get this as straight as possible. I don't like modern day politics. I'm not a political person. Who I vote for is my personal business. I've been watching anime getting raked through the coals because of politics. Let's go and look at how liberals and Democrats are attacking anime. They keep using the same buzzwords to make themselves feel relevant. And the drive-by media outlets keep spewing the same old arguments saying that anime demeans women, and fan service in anime makes them objects of lewd sexual nature, and therefore misogynistic. Where's the proof in all that? Where is the proof that actually shows you that you're trying to actually freaking make a point about anime being misogynistic when it just shows that they're trying to tell stories and that's what they really freaking want? They want to be freaking told stories to, not freaking have politicians, jabbering in their ear, telling them that that's bull. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, and for that I say, okay, jackass, show me the receipts, okay? If you don't actually have anything to prove to your point that any of that means any sense, back it up with some factual evidence. But I know these people won't even do it because they're just, so morally, drained of any thought whatsoever or any brain cells. No wonder their friggin' IQ is so damn low. But these people operate on the same collective saying, oh, trust me, we know what you're talking about. No, you're not. You're mostly spewing things out of your backside showing that you can't even make a valid point without conclusive evidence to back up your claims. It's simple as that. No proof, no evidence, no studies, debunked automatically. Simple as that. Then there's Representative Paul Gosar of Arizona, who's got censured by Congress because he actually made a parody of the Attack on Titan intro from Season 1. And the Democrats are damn minds thinking that they were going to eat off of Earth because of a crazy parody of AOT. It was sad, though. But this shows how out of touch these people are. I mean, you got people like freaking Nancy Pelosi and AOC thinking, oh, this person's coming after us. We need to actually censure him immediately. Does the First Amendment actually mean anything to these people anymore? No, because they want to freaking change freedom of speech. Because, the freaking lower class and the poor can't get freaking, the lower class, middle class, and the poor use freaking free speech, whereas the entitled and the rich can. Ugh. Seriously. This is all just political double standards, if you ask me. Then you got the media spewing articles on how certain manga are trying to poison kids. Okay, riddle me this. How the fuck is this just operating? No one seems to have a lick of common sense. I mean, like I said, riddle me that, Batman. The media and politicians are lying to the American people who are just being gaslit by a bunch of people who don't even care about the American people at all. It's all just basic common sense. we're actually just being driven in circles thinking that, we can't think for ourselves. No, we need to think for ourselves. Great minds don't need to think alike. Great minds need to think for themselves, have their own political viewpoints, their own personal stances. You gotta stand up for what you believe in. Don't just freaking go around gawking at this, that, and everything in between because you're trying to actually make yourself sound really smart, but in reality, it just shows that you're actually nothing more than a C in the game of life. For instance, there was one news article about a freaking library. I think it was down in Tennessee. I last saw this, but apparently there was actually this one mother that was actually getting a little upset that her daughter actually brought home a copy of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And her mother was against it, being a total Karen and all that, because she couldn't allow her daughter to read it. And she got it from a school library, mind you. I mean, seriously, where did people actually get off on this point? And then there was another article talking about some kid bringing in his copy of Death Note to school and trying to copy things from the manga. I'm going to say this again. People really need to learn to differentiate fiction from reality. As simple as that. Oh. And the cherry on top of the shit sundae, and this is really recent, Texas politicians want to ban Goblin Slayer from libraries and schools because of the misogyny that actually comes from the freaking manga. I mean, seriously, do these people not even read the manga, let alone try to see whatever books they can try to freaking get rid of without even reading them in the first place? This is all just freaking paranoia at its best. Politicians are so paranoid that they don't even know that they're actually losing the midterm elections come November. I swear to God, these freaking out-of-touch boomers and liberals don't even understand that they're basically being a bunch of, and in the words of my good friend Mad Matt Wheaton, these people are a bunch of Nahongophile. Not Nahongophiles. Nahongophobes. Also, for anyone who's not in the loop, Nahongophobes or Nahongophobia is an irrational fear of Japanese culture or the Japanese people. Also, see xenophobia, because that's actually what it mostly relates to. Because at the end of the day, people just don't want to be lectured to. We don't want, we don't want to actually be preached to or anything like that. It's all just craziness and uncertainty with these people. I can't even stand it completely either. And to add salt to the wound, these people say that the Japanese are actually Schrodinger's white, meaning they don't count as people of color unless they actually need to be represented in media. See Cobra Kai, for instance, for that little double standard. And that's the thing that irritates me the most, is how liberals say anime is offensive because it hurts our feelings. And then the conservatives actually saying anime is offensive because it goes against our Christian beliefs. Seriously, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. One side is actually saying it's actually offensive to certain people, including people of color, and they're actually saying it goes against Christian values. Can't we just enjoy something without having, these two freaking sides bickering on which side of the spectrum? Oh, I should say spectrum. I meant to say which side of the aisle. You see, liberals actually believe that they want, control over certain issues. Conservatives just want to actually freaking try to say that we need to actually follow the Bible. Hold on, I'm actually in the middle of something here. Ugh. Can we, for the love of fucking God and all things holy, leave anime out of the question? And to answer that rhetorical question is a resounding and sarcastic no. These people feed off of our suffering because it gets their jollies off. And quite frankly, I am not one of the only one who is sick and tired of all their political shenanigans. And also, politicians lie to the American people, say that they're willing to have our best interest in something, when in reality, they only care about the almighty dollar. See, for instance, how certain people and snake their way to get votes, like Nancy Pelosi or AOC. They will personally lie to your face, making you look like fools for voting for them in office. Look, as much as I personally dislike Razorfist, I have a healthy respect for the guy calling out this chicanery in politics and what's wrong with America today. Because we don't have our heads... because, apparently, allow me to rephrase, we have our heads shoved so far up Biden's ass that we're practically tasting his tonsils right now. And I don't want to be a part of that. I do not want to have my some old man's backside tasting his tonsils and seeing what kind of stuff he's been eating. It's really disgusting. But that's the way it is, because we're actually dealing with creepy Joe Biden and the lying scumbags of the fake media outlets. These people will just lie to you. They'll actually say shit just to get votes. And to make matters worse, they'll just actually say whatever they want. Look, I'm going to keep this about 50 here. The point I'm trying to make is keep your politics out of our entertainment. And not just in anime, video games, movies, comics, and entertainment in general, because we're so fed up with politics, whether it's gender identity, global warming, or people like us are bad because we don't want to support their crazy liberal hive-mind ideology. This kind of stuff freaking doesn't actually sit well with us. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you right now. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Hope that YouTube doesn't eat any comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button if possible. Subscribe if you're new. I'm actually 5 subs away from hitting 300. And if I can't hit 300, I'll actually do a top 20 waifus list, guys. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell for future updates. Also, if you want to support me financially, Kofi and Patreon will be linked in the description. Both are optional. But just having you guys sub to me really means me the most. And as always, guys, just remember these 3 things. Respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, along with the fan service as well. Respect waifus and fan service, enjoy your fandoms, enemies freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Enemy 343 saying, God, anime, mecha, and big titty waifu fucking speed.